R&B singer R. Kelly's sex abuse charges dropped in Cook County. Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx announced that she will ask a judge to dismiss the indictments ahead of a hearing.
Yeah, Kelly was convicted of several crimes, including child pornography and sex trafficking in federal court in Chicago and New York, and will serve a 30-year sentence in New York, but Kelly is appealing. Now, Fox recognizes a decision to drop sex abuse charges against R. Kelly may be disappointing to his accusers and applauds their bravery in coming forward. A case is still pending in Minnesota where Kelly faces solicitation charges.
Jussie Smollett's legal team seeks extension to file an 80-page appeal brief in the court reviewing the actor's conviction for faking a hate crime in Cook County. The court usually permits 50 pages, but Smollett's attorney says the circumstances of the case require more. The special prosecutor objects to the lengthy brief, saying it's only relevant to the case that led to Smollett's conviction. Smollett was sentenced to 5 months in jail and has served 6 days. No ruling has been made on his request for more time or the file of the oversized brief.
I thought this went away. I thought after he was,
came on back like a boomerang.
It sure has.
Yeah.
And I'm not, quite understanding what, the finishing business is, but I gotta, I just, something out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And so I was, surprised to kind of see this thing coming back around, into the headlines. Another, Chicago-based story, as is, of course, the R. Kelly situation. And, we were just talking about how he has faced so much and continues to face so much. At some point, how much further under the prison can you
right.
put him? But if he deserves to be there, he deserves to be there. But
R. Kelly is already under the jail.
Yeah, it's like,
he ain't coming out of the jail, not in this lifetime, not in the next lifetime, right? But with Jussie Smollett, I wonder if there was evidence that maybe wasn't admitted, that wasn't a part of the case, and maybe that accounts for why this brief is so lengthy. I don't know, but it seemed like he was convicted, he did his time, and maybe he was trying to turn the page a little bit. And so you're right, it kind of feels like.
But my concern is
we've returned back to this in the headlines.
And it's the time and the money around something that was a hoax from jump, and we went through that whole thing. But it's the continued time and money and folks that could be working on other briefings and things of that nature that I'm really concerned with. So I mean, it sounds like something legit, or else maybe the briefings wouldn't be taking place. But it's the time and the money and the effort. To whereas could this be placed somewhere else as far as other issues and cases and briefings that need to be addressed that are on the docket. That's my only concern with this popping back up in the news.
It feels a little strange.
Yeah, like, All right, Gap partners with the Brooklyn Circus to celebrate Black culture and history. And the campaign features Black musicians and artists, including late Ellen DeGeneres Show DJ Stephen Twitch Boss. In honor of Boss, Gap supports the 988 suicide number and crisis lifeline by donating to Vibrant Emotional Health. The campaign also stars India Moore, Javon Walton, Bethan Hardison, and more. Boss's wife, Allison Holker, Boss, says the campaign captures her husband's true essence and pays tribute to his life.
Speaking of tributes to folks' lives, Lionsgate has big news for fans of Michael Jackson. The entertainment company announces MJ's 26-year-old nephew, Jafar Jackson, will play the King of Pop in the biopic Michael, directed by Antoine Fuqua. It will also be produced by Oscar-winning Bohemian Rhapsody producer Graham King, and the film will mark Jackson's acting debut. King said Jackson was chosen for his ability to embody Michael's spirit and personality. Fuqua also praised Jackson's natural ability and chemistry with the camera. The film will be an authorized portrait of Michael with cooperation from his estate and script by Gladiator and The Aviator screenwriter John Logan. Shooting will begin this year.
Ooh, they got some heavyweights working behind the scenes. I'm hoping that little nephew can come with it. That's a heavy task.
That's a tall order.
Especially for this to be your first time, in front of the camera to portray Unc I'm hoping, only the best, because, people are really kind of hard on these biopics. I know the latest Whitney Houston one is kind of like, because, they felt like the young lady didn't physically look enough like Whitney to really get into it. I mean, those were some of the critiques very early on. I haven't seen it yet. I understand that she's done a great job, and that these producers and EPs are trying to find talent that can really embody and help tell the story more so than the physical and the aesthetic look. However, when that actor can look like that figure, that iconic figure, it really does help. If you take a look at the Elvis movie and how he just looks like Elvis, and a couple of other artists who've been able to really do the same. So it helps when I think the actress or actor looks like the actual icon. I think
it does, but I think we also need to pay attention to their ability to capture the essence of the icon. I think that was the case in the I Want to Dance with Somebody Whitney Houston film, where she captured the essence of Whitney, even though she didn't quite look exactly like her, but that's another tall order there. But I wonder if one of the terms and conditions of this authorized Michael Jackson biopic was that a member of the family had to be prominently included in it, because you don't hear very often about folks who have never acted before in front of the camera. You don't hear a lot of stories of them being cast as the star of a biopic this big, and so big shoes to not just fill, but to moonwalk in.
Yeah, it sounds like he's the pick. He was the best pick, so we'll see about it. I'm excited for him. All right, 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry was ejected from his son's high school basketball game after shouting at a ref. Take a look.
Hey, ref, you talking about me? You suck. You there? Oh, you mad at me because I say you suck?
Oh, yikes. They escorted him from the gym, but as he was out of there, he hugged his son's coach and left. Horry later tweeted about his passion for basketball and admitted his emotions got the best of him. He also emphasized the importance of respecting the game and all those involved. Horry retired back in 2008 after 15 years in the league and 7 championship wins with 3 teams.
All right, Soulmates, Rihanna's trademark Fenty Kids brand for children clothing. It may be coming to a store near you. The trademark includes clothes, swimwear, footwear, baby bibs, sleepwear, and more. Rihanna hinted a baby line in November in an interview with Vogue, saying, quotes, "I would have so much fun with that." She recently dropped Savage by Fenty Game Day collection ahead of a Super Bowl performance. Rihanna will headline the Apple Music Super Bowl 57 halftime show on February 12th in Glendale, Arizona.
Yep, and she's about to make a whole nother glue glob worth of money. I mean, she is working it, merchandising. I wouldn't be surprised if an album drops 2 minutes after this Super Bowl performance. I mean, it's all calculated in a wonderful way because folks have been craving Rihanna. She's been giving it to us the past few years with relationships and babies and the Fenty line, but folks have been wanting performances and music, and I just think that this agreement to do the Super Bowl, there's a lot more to it. It's loaded. There's a lot more to it. I wouldn't be surprised if an album drops soon thereafter.
I wouldn't be surprised either if an album drops, and I also wouldn't be surprised if the album featured a solo from her little one too. Who knows? But what I really appreciate about Rihanna is that she is an artist through and through, right? She's not just a music artist, folks, right? The whole skincare line and makeup line and the Savage by Fenty, I see all of those as demonstrations of her art. And it's great to see, a Black woman being celebrated for that and reaching billionaire status doing that. It's the best that we like to see. It's Black excellence.
I was going to say top tier Black excellence.
In the making.
That's right, and we've got more of that coming up.
That's right, up next, Black excellence, right here on the Black Report, how one Black student is advancing sign language here in the country. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.